Or like a what?
We don't got no game because it's only us two here.
We could have played the game. I would have smashed her ass though because I'd have been looking at the answers.
True.
That would have been cool.
That's true. That.
Bianca Brown is out on us this weekend. She's somewhere being loose.
Loose as a goose.
Uninhibited. And probably topless.
Topless?
I don't know. I did see her on the beach.
Did you see her on the beach?
I saw her on the beach. She's on the beach with this girl. I'm like, what's going on here, man?
Oh, I know B out there wilding. I know she out there wilding. We should phone her in.
Yeah, I think she out there. I see her eating a lot of vegetables. So
she definitely out there. She been conserved.
She's trying to keep it tight out there. She's trying to keep it tight. But
I didn't know. I didn't know she was gonna be gone.
Man, she told me last week.
She did.
It was like late.
Oh,
so we didn't get a chance to do 2 shows, like do a spare show. She's been traveling a little bit lately.
Yeah.
I think she got a sugar daddy in her life.
Maybe so. She's just been bouncing.
I think it is. I think she's one of them girls, you see them chicks that they be like sudden travel. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you don't see nobody with them.
She always be like, oh, this for my job. Yeah. Your job, all right.
Dude, your job ain't sending you to California. Your job is local. That's the only thing they doing is handling local shit. Why are you in California?
No, but shout out to B. We miss you. We want you back.
And shout out to the sugar daddies.
Yeah, whatever sugar daddy. Is sugar mamas out there?
It's sugar mamas out here.
Sugar mamas are weird though, man. I met a few sugar mamas. Them motherfuckers is weird.
You don't really like them.
Nah.
I feel like they're not the type that you would want to, you know what I mean, like plunge.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. You don't want to put your plunger in that one. It's kind of like, you know what's crazy about niggas though? Niggas will sit here and hit anything,
man.
But then when it come with old ass white women, it's just like, nah, I can't.
How old we talking? We talking wrinkly skin?
You know, white women, they get old fast. So right there in the 40s, boom.
Yeah, 39, 40.
Yeah.
They like all fall apart.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I had this black sugar mom. Well, she could have been my sugar mom, but I wouldn't go all the way through with it. But I felt like a bitch for not doing it.
Dang, why?
This was like 5 years ago, so I'm like 37.
Mm-hmm.
She was like 56. Like had that paper.
She had grandbabies.
She had grandbabiys, and they
grown
was like
grandbabies.
Yeah, they was like in the house, and then it was like because I was staying there for a minute. Crazy,
wow,
bro. Crazy situation. I broke up with my ex. Well, she broke up with my ass.
Yeah, left your ass.
Kicked my ass out.
See ya.
Yeah, kicked me the fuck out.
You had to get on your feet.
Yeah, and the crazy part about it is like this shit came out of nowhere. Like she inboxed me. She knew me from Facebook. So she was like, I see you going through something. Come over and holler at me. And I went over there. I ain't had nothing else to do. I had just got kicked out. So I stopped by.
You stopped by?
Yeah, me and a homeboy went. And next thing you know, I'm living there for like 6 months.
Damn,
she
right?
just invited me to stay.
What?
Bro, she was kind of using me as like a errand boy. It's like a. She wanted to use me as a sex toy though.
Oh,
I swear to God, bro, she was like she would just feed me good. Like she just, you know what I mean, putting a little money in my pocket. I was fucked up. I was fucked up for like 6 months. My grandma had just died. My girlfriend had just kicked me out the house. So I was like feeling like shit.
Yeah.
It was like whatever I wanted to do. She had a couple of nice cars in the driveway. It's like, you drive these. But she was always like make these little slick comments about, you know what I mean, trying to fuck me.
So, I mean, how can you do all of that without fucking her though?
Man, bro, it lasted 6 months. It
was
some tense times where I thought she was gonna kick me out.
Yeah, but
she was just real nice. Like she wanted to be sexed, but she didn't kick me out over it.
So you never sexed her? No,
it was this is an older lady, so sugar mom, but she still like got that nurturing grandmother feeling in her. So she just never kicked me out. Because I did a lot for her as far as like being around the house, like having a man around the house. She didn't have one of those, but she wanted to dick.
But you didn't dick her down?
I didn't do it. My boys talk so much shit about me because from the outside looking in, it would be like, bro, you got it made. This chick got money and she fucking with you. You there, you driving the car and shit. I couldn't.
You didn't dick her down?
I couldn't, bro. Man, would you have done it though? And I'm not talking about this lady. She's a beautiful fucking person. I still talk to her every once in a while.
You gotta pull her up, bro. You gotta pull her up.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah, show it to me right now while we on air. So
I'm gonna show it to you. She's like an older red bone. She's a real nice girl.
Red bone?
She's an older.
Come on.
She's a real nice girl.
Pull her up now, bro. Why are you wasting time? We ain't gonna say her name.
I can't do it because you know what? The crazy thing, I'm not gonna pull her up because I don't want no weird reactions and shit. Because
you gotta let me.
People that know her listen to this show, they be like, "Right on that motherfucker talking about you."
Yo, we already talking about it, so you might as well just pull her. You might as well just pull her ass up. So pull it up. The fans want to know, man. I'm not gonna say her name. I just want to look at her and just be like, "Yeah, you gay," or I want to look at her and be like, "I can understand."
It ain't gonna be one of those things. It's gonna be if you look at her, it's just like that. That could be your auntie. It's like she's like a normal lady, but she wanted, and like it was crazy because I swear to God. I used to try to hype myself up to do it. That's what I know. Like, I'm not normal because some of my friends were like, boy, I'll be in there eating that pussy. All the money she got, I'll be getting racks.
I don't know about all that. I ain't gonna sell myself for no. If I don't want the pussy, I don't want it for no matter amount of money that you're trying to give me. It got to be like some dumb shit that's gonna change my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a couple of racks. You know?
I mean, a couple of racks at that point would have been life changing, but
it would have been day changing. It wouldn't have changed your whole life around.
This money changed my goddamn day. I had to do this shit. My whole day's changed.
I'm talking about like millions, man. Like I gotta give you you gotta give me a couple of millions, man.
I had never been in a situation where I just felt like meat. I felt like straight meat. It was like,
but you didn't do nothing.
I know, but it was like I was being looked at to do. Hey, you know the crazy part?
Nigga, you was fake meat.
I was.
I wasn't even doing nothing.
Man, bro, I just didn't. I tried to hype myself up on plenty of occasions. Like I was there for like 6-7 months.
So I know she ugly.
She really.
Out of shape.
When she was 56, she wasn't ugly for a 56-year-old woman.
Don't matter. You was young. Them cougars got to come with that shit. Coming with that bullshit.
I wonder, do everybody have sex with their cougars?
Nigga, yes.
They do?
Why wouldn't you?
Because shit, some of them be older.
Nigga, that's what a cougar is.
I mean, but have you ever been in a position to where, okay, you about to have sex, this woman you're not really sexually attracted to, she's a good person, but it was like you can't picture like sexing her? Like,
yeah.
How did it go?
Nigga, I didn't have sex with her, but that's because she
how
wasn't
far
my goddamn sugar mama.
Oh, okay. But she made sure not to give me enough sugar because she was Ron, like, she had to have this little.
Hell no, Ron. She gave you all the sugar. This is what she gave you, bro. A place to stay, sweet. Day one. Mm-hmm. Day one, what hotel gonna let you stay day one without no money, Ron?
None of
them. Day one. And then she feeding you every day because you didn't have no money.
I ain't had no money.
Feeding you. Making sure you fed.
Buying me shoes and shit.
Buying you shoes and shit. Hey.
And I eat a lot. It was a lot of food.
You want to drive the Lexus or the Benz? What you want to drive today, Ron? Go out there and make you some money today.
But this is what I'm saying. She kept me on time limits though. Like,
don't matter. You was in her shit.
I could only be gone like an hour or two.
You was in her shit, nigga.
If I was being there, I could have been gone all night.
Exactly.
I just couldn't do it.
Exactly, Ron. You talking about 6 months, nigga? You could have owned the house by now. She probably passed away.
No, she here.
She's still kicking. Give me her number then. Fuck wrong with this nigga, man.
She here, bro. I don't know why I did. Like, I talk a lot of shit about I probably would have did it, but I don't know. I tried to hype myself up a lot. Like, I tried to come up with scenarios, like, and then it was like, right, that kind of felt like a teenager when you about to try something with a girl, and then you kind of get scared and you shy out. Yeah. That's how I was with it. I have no idea why.
Dang, that's crazy. I don't know. Like, sometimes I be thinking about it, like, it be some chicks that, you know, like, I think they fine. I think they cute, but they character irritate me. Mm-hmm. And I can definitely hear that. Yeah, I don't want to, like, even if you was trying to have sex, like, I don't want to have sex with you because you annoy me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't say, like, I be seeing chicks in pictures and videos and stuff. I just be like, damn, she is so fine. Like, I got to holler at her or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they start fucking talking on live. And I just be like, what in the fuck did I just get myself into? Like,
women don't believe we think like that.
Girl, there's one girl, I was playing with her for a little second, and I seen her go live. She was just like, yeah, and then this bitch ass nigga want to tell me that you was sleeping on my couch. Nigga, you was sleeping on my couch while you was down there on your BM. You was fucking me. And I'm just like, man, nah. I'm cool.
Women I don't got no time. Understand that, bro. You can see one of the prettiest women, but then when that ghetto, like when that inner ghetto comes out and it's just bouncing around, and you can't hold a normal conversation. It's all got to be ghetto.
Yeah.
And they don't like if you want to have a conversation with a woman and it's all gossip, it's like they telling you other people's business and all that shit. Yeah. It's like that's a turn off. You might still, the younger me would have still banged. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. I'd have just blocked that out. Yeah. But when you get older, I think conversation for a man gets a little bit. Some people don't admit it. It ain't the tough thing to say. Well, you know what? I enjoy a good conversation with a lady. Mm-hmm. But you do. You should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, man, when you're around people these days, you need to communicate. It's like when I go to work, I got people that I talk to at work. I gotta have this circle, and this is me. When it comes to my girl, I put a lot of I tell her a lot of things. I talk to her a lot. I'm at that age where like black men need to start talking more. Yeah. You know what I mean? You need people that communicate with you. When you're around somebody and they really ain't got no communication for you, or they just a totally different type of person, like it kind of just throws my vibe off. Mm-hmm. Like Sundays when I get with you and Bianca, that's what I like to do is fucking run my mouth and talk. Mm-hmm. Those couple of hours is therapeutic like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Then when I get off with y'all, me and Tasha start talking, if we got time or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? It makes the day go by. So when you deal with a woman that can't really communicate, it's just all kind of. Yeah, communication. It just throw me in a weird place. Like now I feel ghetto. Yeah, yeah. Bitch, should we go beat this bitch ass? Now I'm rocking this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, bro.
Can you imagine going over her house and she's like, I cooked you dinner and shit, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna come through or whatever. You know, this is the first time you're going over her house, and you go over there and you over there and y'all eating dinner, and she's just like, let me tell you about this dumb bitch. Get the fuck blah blah. You're like, oh nah. I done came to the wrong goddamn house. Then you thinking like, is this gonna end up in some fucking at the end, or I'm just hearing you talk?
Exactly. Is this just gonna be some type of session to where we get nothing? There's nothing.
Yeah. I hate meaningless.
We didn't have a productive night.
Yeah, I hate meaningless conversations. Like sometimes, you go over to chick house and it's cool, like smoking or drinking or watching TV. Y'all just vibing, man. The music's going on, y'all vibing, and that shit cool to me. You know what I mean? And I can do a vibe all the time. You know what I mean? Like if we just vibing and there ain't no sexual shit going on, we can vibe. But if I'm coming over here for a session,
already established session, you know what you're going for.
What the fuck is all this talking about? I don't want to hear none of that shit. I didn't come over here to hear you conversate about your goddamn life.
You told me. You specifically hinted that we were about to start getting to it.
Who the fuck? Chicks will invite you over and be like, oh, I can't wait to suck your dick. I'm going to suck it. I'm going to suck the meat off the bone. And you was like, damn, this bitch nasty. You get over there and she in there cooking.
I don't just started. She cleaning chicken.
What the fuck is you doing? You just now cooking? Oh, you thinking I'm staying over here for a while? Yeah. Nah, I'm going home. Going the fuck home. I didn't come over here for all this shit. Then she want to talk to you while she cooking. No. Hurry the fuck. That's your problem now. You do too much goddamn talking.
And you know what?
Talk my way over here.
A lot of people these days too, women will be super freaky on a text. It's like those text messages can kind of fool you about a chick because they, you know what I mean? There's no eye contact. They're not there. No. The level of embarrassment is way down unless you just send them back some shit and say, no, I don't want your sex or something. Yeah. But it's like they'll text you super freaky shit, and when you get there, it's like it's not the same person that was texting.
Hell no, man. That's the irritating thing because I'm the same person through text, calls, video chat, whatever. I'm the same person, right? Yeah. I go over your house and you all extra quiet and shit. Mm-hmm. Nah, you said you was gonna lick my ass, and now you quiet.
Girl, I just washed my shit.
I come over here, my ass.
And it's like, I mean, what's going? Should I show you the messages?
Right, I don't understand. Look. All goddamn day you've been sending me freaky ass emojis, and now I come over here. Your tongue don't come out no more. You ain't gonna hit me with the tongue emoji now, bitch.
Bro, I will say this. I am happy I'm out of the dating scene. I am happy because not just saying it's terrible. Like, it is cool to meet new people, but I think once you find somebody that works for you, like the conversation is there, the attraction is there, and everything like that, it's kind of, I mean, at my age, being a player would be like it wouldn't make sense. Because I don't think people look at it like this. When you young, you be fucking kind of tossing a lot of good bitches to the side.
All the time.
And then when you get older, though, you think about that shit. It was like, dude, you know what? Brandy was a pretty good.
Hell yeah.
And I just fucked her and then just kept fucking with Stacy.
Yep. I remember the chick. Her name was Crystal. She was just a pleasant little chick I ever known. And she was a freak too. And Crystal was so sweet. One time I told Crystal, I said, Crystal, I'm not even gonna try to play you like this no more. I got me a whole woman back in college. I can't be fucking with you like this. She cried, bro.
Broke her heart.
And guess what she told me?
What you tell you?
When you here, you with me, and when you there, you with her.
God
said,
damn.
Crystal is a good ass woman.
She from KC?
Yeah. And then I go back home, my woman break up with me and shit because she think I'm cheating. What kind of fucking shit is that?
You was cheating.
She didn't really know. She was just thinking that I was cheating. How you gonna break up with me no facts?
Yeah, you do need some facts. Yeah. I mean, to do a whole breakup, suspicion is one thing. It's that women's intuition shit. Do you believe in that?
Hell yeah. I believe in that women intuition shit. I don't believe it. I only believe it when it comes to niggas. But that woman intuition shit don't even work with nothing fucking else. Nothing else. Nothing else. But they lie to school about that shit. They be thinking and thinking and thinking. Mm-hmm. Nigga, one time, I think one time, nigga, I was in deep thought one time, like just chilling, just in deep thought. And I started to replay shit back in my mind. And I was like, fuck, I'm getting played. Like literally sat there and was like, it was some shit that happened like years and years ago. I'm looking like, that don't make no sense. His sister was there, but he wasn't there. Where the fuck was this nigga at if his sister there? Why was his sister come over the house, bring his sister over there, but then leave and blah, 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 right? Yeah. And I'm thinking like, hold the fuck up. This nigga was fucking my girl and leaving his sister over there. Like, what the fuck? And it's out the blue. I was just like, damn, I was getting played back then. But women, they think about that shit all the time. Yeah. And they in deep thought. And then they looking like, oh, nah, this shit don't add up. This nigga usually do this. He usually do that. Oh, but this chick coming back around. This chick is doing this shit. Like, they talking about their friends and blah, blah, blah. Then next thing you know, she done ran down your whole goddamn lie to you without even having no facts. But the
timeline that she set up does look suspicious.
Hell yeah, this girl one time she told me she was like, I just had a dream. And I was like, what you dream about? She was like, I don't know. I just dreamed that you was just cheating on me and you was at this girl's house and like you was having sex with her but you called me right afterwards and everything was cool. Yeah. And I'm looking like, fuck, like I'm literally outside old girl's house right now.
God damn. Dude,
man.
Dude, I will tell you this. And people that's listening, never just overlook those gut feelings and those instincts that you get. But sometimes it's a time and a place to bring them up. Like, let's say if you with a person, they doing like, you don't have no hardcore evidence, because I think you could throw a real good relationship away just from things that seem suspicious. Yeah. It ain't got to be no hardcore suspicion, because I've gone through that. Like, but I don't want to put it on my current girlfriend because my last bitch was cheating. You know what I mean? And it seems like somebody could tell you something, you'd be like, well, okay. Like, I don't overanalyze it. I try not to, you know what I mean? We're being honest with each other. So until I find something concrete, then I'm cool. But it's like sometimes, you can get, like, and people, like they say, humans are creatures of habit. We do certain things, and if you know a person and she's always done that or he's always done that, and then one day it might be a little different, then maybe it's just a little different. Doesn't mean that they cheating, but that's why I said women's intuition, men have it too. Yeah, we do. We got, you know what I mean, we kind of think something, but like, we try just don't go overboard with it.
We try not to play on that shit, because then we feel like when niggas always got to grill the chick, then we feel like the chick, and then we don't feel like we like, I don't know, a nigga, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of niggas be peeping shit. We just don't say nothing because we don't want to, like we be thinking like, what facts do we fucking got for real? Like, we ain't really got no facts to even speak on it for real. Only thing we can say, okay, oh boy, huh? All right.
But
let me catch you.
That's the crazy part. Sometimes it could just seem like you don't have any facts, like concrete, hardcore evidence, but sometimes situations could just seem awkward. Hell yeah. And then you just like, man, I think you just got to trust the person you with, because some people like, and me too, like shit. I mean, I don't walk around like I'm just this hardcore dude and I ain't gonna get my heart broke. Mm-hmm. So you try to protect that, but then you can't be the crazy motherfucker that just go off and did nothing happen. I just watched the movie It last night.
Oh, which one? The first one?
Chapter 2, the one that just came out.
Okay, yeah.
And the crazy part is it was a fucking situation like just like what we talking about. Like, you know how when they were kids, they made the pact that if it comes back, they all gonna come back to the town.
Yep.
It was like 27 years later. And they was like, I don't give a fuck. What we doing, what we are in life, we gonna all get back together and come back. So the one girl that was involved in the situation, she was like, I got a call. I got to go back home. And the dude was like, okay. He was like, I understand. And then he flipped.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. I know what you're trying to do.
Yep.
Your ass is on some cheap shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, she going back to kill the fucking clown.
Man, fuck that clown. Stay your ass home.
Bro.
And then what she do?
Man, she went. Like, they had a real fight, and she had to bust his head with a lamp, but dude was, like, going off like he was, like, hella insecure. Right. So that's why I say, with those signs, make sure it's some real concrete shit, or if you just don't want to deal with anything, like, if it's too many signs, then just choose to step away, but never look like the crazy motherfucker, because if ain't nothing going on, and you going off, then all of a sudden you're the fucking psycho. So that's why, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
She was just going to kill Ed, and this nigga fucking, like, choked her ass. Like, you know what I mean? It can't happen like that.
Yeah. I like the movie, though. I like it. The last one that just came out. That mug was, it was, like, really, really detailed. It
was just so fucking long. I couldn't even watch Power last night. I was like, all right, we're going to watch this movie. Shit should be off around 12 o'clock. Power be on. Man, that shit.
No, that's a 3-hour movie, cuz.
That shit lasted damn near 1:30. Like, goddamn. All right, you know what? Let's go to bed. We'll wake up in the morning and watch that shit.
1:30. Yeah, like, I went there by myself to go see it too. And I sat there in the thing, like, eat my popcorn. I took my little restroom breaks, came back. I was like, this movie is long, but this shit is interesting.
It is.
It was hella interesting because everybody had their own little story, and it was like, damn, like, and it was scary to me. I know, like, it wasn't like scary, like, monster scary, but it was still scary. Like, one of the parts where, like, I like suspense, so like when I don't know what's coming next, that shit scares me. like, not trying to do no spoiler alert, but one of them, or a spoiler alert, one of them are the girl, she goes back to retrieve whatever she left behind. In her old house, and she get in there, and the old lady is there now. Yeah. And the old lady is like, why don't you just come in for a drink and blah, blah, blah. She goes in there, and she started looking around, and shit was like hella suspicious. You just knew, like, this shit was just going to be crazy.
When she paused, when they were sitting on the couch,
yes,
and she said something, and then she kind of, like, her face just got stuck for like 10 seconds. I was like, oh, shit. Ooh, something's wrong with this bitch. What's
me chills there. When she was running in that kitchen, running back and forth to that kitchen, I said, oh, this old lady is the devil. Get out of there.
Oh, my God.
Then I start seeing, like it as a regular person, and I was just like, what the fuck? What am I missing?
Yeah.
He was a regular person at first, and I'm just like, this is so interesting. And everybody had their own individual stories, even for the boy that went to go get his medicine from the local pharmacy, and he went downstairs and see that thing downstairs that tried to kill him. I was like, I would have never went downstairs, but
ain't nowhere in hell.
Everybody had to face their fears to get out of it.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, but when that old lady came out of that kitchen and she was like that tall monster with the long titties, it was like that shit was fucking terrifying.
I said, what the fuck is these titties?
them big ass monster titties was like fucking scary. Man. But I like how they did it because the scariest part of it wasn't really when the monster came out. It was like that dark room. Yeah. Then you start hearing something running and coming. It's like, I like movies like that. Build up to the scare. Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? That was,
Yeah, that's what a lot of people was like. It wasn't scary, but I was like, man, that shit was hell. That had me on my seat most
It was
of the
suspense
time.
scary.
Yeah, suspense scary.
So, yeah, I like that.
That shit was cool, man. It wasn't like gory or anything like that, but some stuff really didn't make no sense. But for them to take the original and improve it like that, it's very watchable now.
Hell yeah, it's watchable. Some movies, it's like, a lot of movies that were made back in the day, or even movies like remakes of movie that was done back in the day. Let's say they remade one 10 years ago, some movie that came out in like the 70s. I think that one did too.
Right.
It was like sometimes they never left room for more.
Yeah.
Like a part two. Everybody. So when they write it good and you know what I mean, they can extend the story. I think they did good with that one. And I'm not a huge horror fan.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I did like it. Like I'm not a huge horror fan neither. Like I can't name you every horror movie around, but I can name you some good ass horror movies though. Mm-hmm. But I'm one of those type of people that I like watching horror movies, but I can't watch that shit by myself. I ain't that person. I will watch that shit with somebody. Like you just watched it at your house, right? Mm-hmm. All my windows would have been open. It would have been daytime. It would have been daytime. You said y'all didn't get there to 1:30. It'd have been 1:30 p.m. for me, nigga. Like,
my girl's the same way. She got to watch them with me. I don't like watching horror movies by myself either. Not because I'm scared, but it's like I want somebody else in on the action.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because horror movies kind of take you on a ride and shit. So you just, you know what I mean? I like to enjoy it with her. But the crazy thing is, if y'all out there, if y'all not scared of horror movies and y'all want to be, just, hey, PayPal me like $45. Y'all can come watch with me and my girl. she gonna scare the fuck out of you. It's like, bro, you know how
she
when
jump and shit.
Man, she's a screamer. She's a toucher, and all of a sudden she's touching you. So it's like you can't even be tough around her. She scared the fuck out of you. It's like, dude.
You're like, quit touching me.
Bitch, did he get you too? Yeah. What the fuck are you touching me for?
Yeah,
she's one of them people, so it's fun watching her.
That's me, though. Like, that's sad. That's me. I know that's maybe it's because I'm light-skinned, but I remember going to go see The Ring, the first one. With my older brother. I was holding on him the whole time. I think I was in middle school. I was scared as shit. I was like, oh! She coming out the well? She had her hair all down and one eye open. Like, what the fuck?
Those noises that the motherfuckers was making on The Ring was scary too.
Man, what? The Ring was scary as hell to me, man. Especially they made it so scary because they put the videotape in there. Mm-hmm. And you always see videotape start off like that with that fuzzy shit. You're like, this shit don't work. Now you put a videotape in there, you be like, oh, nah, this fuzzy. Nah.
You automatically gonna think about this shit.
Taking it right back on now. Obviously, this VHS ain't working. You got a DVD? DVDs don't do this.
Bro, The Ring. I've said this a lot on my Facebook page. The crazy thing about horror movies, most horror movies, because I just watched, what was that? Annabelle. I just watched the latest Annabelle, which was good. I hope y'all watched that shit. It was good. It was scary. But the crazy part about it, this might be a spoiler. Nobody fucking died. That was the craziest thing.
Annabelle?
Like,
Off of Annabelle?
Yeah, off of Annabelle.
Nobody died?
Nobody died. But it was suspenseful and it was scary, but it was like, you would think that you got to have a body count on a horror movie.
You do.
But it wasn't no fucking body count. But the crazy thing is, the scariest thing in horror movies for me today is fucking like 9-year-old white girls. Why the fuck are they so fucking scary in horror movies?
But they used to be always scary in horror movies.
Yeah, they always. And bro, they gaining traction. These motherfucking little.
Said they gaining traction.
These little fucking chicks are fucking scary as fuck. Like if you see bro, if I was walking in this house, and like let's say if this was a day I was getting off work, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I walk in the house, and it could be like a thug ass nigga standing there with a gun. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know what? All right, I've been expecting this. What took so long? I knew you niggas was gonna rob me eventually. But if you walk in the house and there's a 9-year-old white girl standing there just staring at you, you gonna fucking piss your fucking pants. They just scary. It's just something scary about them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. I have no idea. But they use white girls in those movies and they fucking really scare the shit out of them. Yeah. I don't know why. All right, I gotta bring this up. We talked about those reboots. We talked about the New Jack City reboot. Mm-hmm. Wesley Snipes said there's no need to remake this fucking movie.
Which one is it? Wesley Snipes said that? Or
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes came out. I guess they interviewed him in a magazine interview, and he said there's no reason to remake this movie. You think that sheds like bad light on it now? Like if the motherfucking original star said don't make this motherfucker.
Yeah. Then I mean, yeah, that is. I mean, think about it. Wesley Snipes said that shit.
Nino said that shit.
But they're not using him, are they?
No. They're not using him. I guess they're using all new characters.
Then. Yeah, it really ain't no point because you can't redo a movie like that. Like, you can't redo The Wood. Like, The Wood would be trash if they tried to redo The Wood. I mean, like, New Jack City, I can see, because you told me that it's the same people that did Snowfall.
Yeah.
I can see it, but if it ain't like a new generational thing, like this is what's gonna either happen. It's either gonna be for us, our age, or it's gonna be for them, the younger age, and it ain't gonna be no in between. But the people that's younger age, like it takes them a while to get hooked on into a classic movie though. Like, yeah, like I don't know about no new generational classic movies, man.
I don't, but I still think if the younger generation was to watch the original New Jack City, it's still one of those movies you can watch and it's dope. Digitally remaster that shit, Put that shit back out. It wasn't that. You know how you watch some movies and it was like, damn, I didn't realize this shit was so fuzzy. Look at what kind of camera they use on this motherfucker.
Think about this: the best classic movies was in the 80s and 90s, right?
Yeah,
like the best classic movies in the 80s and 90s. Like, can you when they put up those posts where it's like, name all, have you seen all 100 of these black films, these classic black films?
Yeah,
you like, damn, I seen all of them. Probably about like 3. I'm missing like a good 3 that I haven't seen, right? I don't think it's a list of 100 for this new generation, man.
Since like 2000 or something like that.
Yeah, no. I don't think it's 100 listed there. It's like,
more TV shows now.
Next year would be 2020, right? Mm-hmm. And from 2000 to 2020, I mean, I can name some films, but I can't name 100.
I probably couldn't. You mean classic? That we gonna say that's classic?
Yeah.
Wow.
You Got Served. That was kind of classic. I mean, it ain't like a big
for
classic.
The culture of I mean,
I should have even started off with that. Nah.
That was definitely a light skin.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just remember. I was just thinking like, but that's kind of that's like 2004, 2005. So it's still early, but let's just say the last 10 years. Like, what do they got from the last 10 years?
They've been doing a lot of remakes the last 10 years.
That is true. They got that is true. Not a good.
They've been doing a lot of remakes. I don't know what the fuck. Like, I can't. You know what? We're gonna have to think about that. Yeah. That's one thing. Me, you, and Bianca gonna have to do, like on the off time, and then whenever we're ready, we bring that up on the show. Because classic shows in the last 20 years, I don't think it exists.
Right.
I really don't. Now, it's been some good Netflix specials. Mm-hmm. It's been some damn good Netflix series and shit. I see people talking about this Raising Dion shit. I saw it last night. Well, I didn't watch it. I saw it like the little box on Netflix when I was trying to find something to watch. Yeah. I've been on that Dion Cole this weekend.
Oh, my gosh,
bro. I got to say this about Dion Cole.
Top 5, bro.
This nigga is fucking hilarious. I already knew it.
Yeah.
But I think he went over the top. He should be a few levels up. When we talk about the Kevin Harts and we can't bring up Cat Williams. Man, come back, Cat, please. The Kevin Harts and the motherfucking Dave Chappelle's. I'm not saying he's there yet, but he has the potential. This dude is hilarious, bro. I'll tell you one thing about Dion Cole. His material is hilarious.
Yeah. But
this nigga got one of them faces, bro. It's like he could sit there and like he could tell a joke that's maybe 65, 70%
funny.
And he'll and he'll throw that face in them eyes and like, bro, I don't know what it is. I can't really explain it. But this dude is just hilarious. He got that, and it's not just mannerism. Well, I guess you would say it's mannerism just because of his facial expressions. But dude is hilarious, bro. Yeah,
I think so too, bro. Like I started following him. He had he was on All-Star Comedy Jam one time. But I remember him from way back in the day when he used to pull out the paper and everything and say the joke. And we would be like, oh, this nigga is hilarious.
Exactly.
Right? This joke, right? But then I started seeing him in shows. People don't know that. I think he used to write for Conan, and then he used to write for something else. And then he started to, like doing shows, his own shows and stuff. And then I think he had like a segment on Conan. Yeah. And then he got into Blackish. I think Blackish really pushed him. You know what I mean? People started to see him in a different light. Yeah. But he was on the NBA All-Star Comedy Jam or Shaq's All-Star Comedy Jam one year. Yeah. And I was cracking up. I was like, damn, I remember him being funny, but I don't remember him being this fucking funny, right?
Bro.
And then he came out with his Netflix special. Or no, it wasn't a Netflix special. It was like a special he came out with. It was called Cold-Blooded something. Cold-Blooded something. I forgot what it's called. But this nigga killed this shit. Like, I was laughing in tears the whole time, right? And then one day I'm on Netflix and it pops up. I said, what?
What?
A new one? So I click on it. I was like, nah, I got to get some time where I can really sit and listen to it, right? So the other day I finally sat there and watched it and was cracking up. He is on a different level. You can tell, like I'm a comedian. So, I do stand up. So I can tell when people write and when they don't write, right? Mm-hmm. And you can tell not only does he write, but he writes his own jokes in a way that is still natural.
Exactly.
And like it's hard to do that because sometimes you can feel like you up there reading, and sometimes you can get way off task and you forget your jokes or whatever, right? And sometimes D. Ray Davis do that. D. Ray Davis will get off task and then he'll bring back his jokes or whatever, right? But he don't write. So like seeing him write and how good his writing is, you ever look at like a freestyle battler, right? Mm-hmm. Like now the freestyle battlers is pre-written lyrics or pre-written stuff, right?
Yeah,
then they go out and freestyle, right? So you be like, damn, look at his bars, look at his setup, look how he did this, look how he did that, and like look how he delivered it, right? Yeah. That takes a lot of practice. You can tell Deion Kobe in there fucking practicing so much that it comes out like it is a freestyle, like it is natural. And that shit is just a different type of beast because the stuff that he talk about, I feel like it's stuff that I would talk about as well.
Exactly.
And he relates, his comedy relates to me, especially me, because of the shit that he talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it relates to a lot of other people as well. But when you talk about like Kevin Hart now, like most of his shit don't relate to us anymore.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to be like, oh, that shit funny because we not jumping on jets and we don't have these type of squirrels or raccoon noises in our house. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's not like, that's funny, but when Deion talk, it's kind of like, this nigga just be talking.
And it just be so real. Like, he could come with the most random shit, but I tell you, one of the funniest jokes I heard in a long time was the part we was talking about when we say, thank you, Jesus, and stuff, for stuff that God ain't had nothing to do with.
That's funny, man.
That nigga said, well, you know what? This nigga have been pretty solid.
Yeah.
Let me throw this nigga some bitches.
The bitch.
Like, bro, who the fuck? This dude is fucking crazy, bro. When I see stuff like that, I'm like, bro, that is the type of thing. If I was in that position, those are the types of things I want to say.
Yeah.
So when I look at him, it's like Chappelle is up there. I can't lie. Chappelle is so fucking smart to be like, those are the fucking type of jokes I would want to tell.
Yeah.
But Deion Cole is right there, and he's coming, Chappelle. He's coming, Dave. He's not. And one thing I like too, we never really seen him get serious when he started on the Love Yourself segment. It was still funny, but it was so real.
Yeah.
It was like, I think he showed out.
Yeah,
he definitely showed his ass.
I think he showed out, and I think he reached a different level now because of the way that he came up with it. Because even like, you know, what you just said, like he was trying to get serious. Like even in the serious topics, you paid attention, and then he hit you with a joke. But he made you pay fucking attention first. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he just flew by the big points or whatever. He made his points, and then he got back into his jokes, and I thought that shit was skillful.
Yeah.
And you can just tell like he enjoys doing stand up. Like it ain't like I got another stand up to do. It was like nigga, fuck these shows. Like y'all my people. Like I got some shit to talk about.
Exactly. He took that shit seriously, and I was glad that he went back to his beginnings and he pulled out the pad.
Oh, when he pulled it back out, it was just like, thank you for the classic.
I knew it. I was like, bro, if you pull that pad out, this shit gonna be dope. This shit gonna get 5 stars. And
then people don't understand, like it ain't shit written on that pad. Like when you see him write, he just writes some scribbly shit when he thinks a joke is good, you know, or bad or whatever. Yeah. And that's all he do. Because you think about it, this nigga just remembered his old set and then he had to bring out the notebook. Nah, probably not. And if he does, even if it is 100% real, like he just wrote those jokes in the back, that's fucking legendary.
The only reason I don't think it's nothing on that pad is because the jokes are too long. It's like if you tell 5 jokes, the pad is only this fucking big.
Yeah, it is true, but he only writing down the key points. That's what Chris Rock does. People don't know that either. Chris Rock, he writes, right? But when you go out and perform, you only writing down the topic. So like if I go out there and I'm like, I even do the same thing. Like if I go out there, I look at my little pad or my phone, I just be like, all right, white girls. Oh yeah, I know what that's about. Big booty bitches. Oh, I know that joke about big booty bitches. You know what I mean? like and if you can do it like that, you can shuffle your jokes however you want to shuffle them. Because then you can be like, oh yeah, I talked about the white girl, I talked about the big booty bitches. Oh, let me talk about this funeral I went to. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. When you can pull it off like that seamlessly, I think you are destined to be bigger than you are. I was telling my girl right then when we was listening to it because she's a fucking giggler. She loves some good comedy. And on that shit damn near killed it.
Yeah, Deion Cole, I can see
I had to take a blood pressure. I'm not lying. Deion Cole damn near killed my girl.
Deion Cole damn near killed your girl. Deion Cole was dope, man. I do like Deion Cole, man. Top 5, easily in my top 5. Dave Chappelle's in there. You know, Eddie Murphy's in there.
Oh, yeah. Man, I hope those Netflix fucking rumors are true. I hope Eddie Murphy come back and get some of this money. Give us one more.
It is true. Like you see, he was in 2 interviews where he said he was coming back and doing it. He was in an interview with.
I can't wait.
He was in an interview with Seinfeld. He was in an interview with Seinfeld in that Cars with Comedy or whatever.
I love that
Comedy
fucking
Cars.
show.
Yeah, looking at that one, he talks about he's gonna go back on stage. He's gonna do a special, but he's saying like I'm rusty. Like I ain't did stand up, but I don't know how long.
Yeah,
and he's like talking about his stand up performances and experiences and shit like that, and it was just like. He's like, you see a kid up there, you know, like trying to tell jokes and he ain't did no practice. He's like, I can't just go up there without no practice. He was like, I want, basically saying he want to be the best while he's up there. And, like, the people going to judge him, man. Because people, like Chris Rock came back out. And Chris Rock's set was, like, mediocre. It was just like, fuck, like, where's the old Chris Rock
Although I hate to agree with you, it kind of was.
It wasn't like, it was definitely not Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
It was definitely like, damn, Chris Rock is, like, in the top 10 of greatest comedians of all time.
And that's the crazy thing. I think when they were in their prime, they set their fucking bar so high that when they come back, you expecting that same level.
Exactly.
And then it's like, well, I got to talk about current topics now. Like back then in the Chris Rock era when he was really killing the New Jack City days and all that shit, it was certain things that he could talk about that's kind of risque. Nobody talking about this shit. And he made it hilarious. But now with social media and everything, everybody's talking about every fucking thing now. And I think, I don't think he bombed. I just don't think,
definitely not bombed.
Yeah, we had the bar set so high for him. It was just like, it almost works at a disadvantage of him because y'all were so fucking great.
Yeah.
So I won't say, I hope he comes back with another one. Gives a chance to redeem himself. But Dave don't drop the ball though.
No, right. He should have came back like that, but he definitely should have had a follow up like Dave had. Like Dave Chappelle had that first comedy joint, and we was like, "Oh, this is funny as fuck." But then he had the second comedy joint. We was like, "Oh, this is on some nigga shit."
Yeah.
And then he came out with the other two, and he was like, "Oh shit,
he on some I don't give a fuck shit.
Yeah,
I love this shit.
Like,
God damn.
Yeah, and I didn't remember him signing the Ford's five special, but
I thought it was 3.
I thought it was 2. But I thought it was the one that he already had pre-recorded, and then he had another one that he had did live. And I think I thought he was getting paid $90 million just for those 2. I didn't know he was getting paid $90 million for 6 specials or some shit.
Man,
because I think he did like 4 already or 5 now.
I done lost count. I think it's at least 4.
Yeah, I think
it's at least 4.
Yeah, they are pretty dope. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, this last one, he just fucking put it out there so hard. Like, now you got to fucking... Now, this ain't no 20 years ago shit like a Delirious and all that shit. So you got to fucking come dope as fuck even 2 years later. If you
like, what the fuck is Eddie Murphy going to talk about? Like, that's the thing, too. Like, Eddie Murphy got to get back in the limelight for us to even want to pay attention. Like, because because you said, like, the bar is set so high, like, you gotta kill these new niggas, man. Yeah. Like, you have to kill these new niggas. It's like us watching Richard Pryor 20 years later after, he was in his prime. You know what I mean? You kind of like, come on, Richard. Get out that wheelchair, nigga. We need them jokes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that with Eddie Murphy. It's kind of like, all right, Eddie, you been in the background. You was on, what's that damn show? What's that show? Saturday Night Live, and you didn't do nothing.
He didn't do shit?
Nothing.
I remember hearing about him on there, but I haven't caught
He didn't do no jokes on there. I think he just said a few words, and that was it. And I don't think he did any skits or nothing. I just think I don't remember him doing a lot of nothing, man. So he got to get back in the limelight. And I know he got a couple
some guest appearances and shit. Yeah. All of these shows and shit, just come out and make your face because the new generation, they want to see you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Before they watch that show, they want to see you. They go off the hype. Yeah. You know what I mean? The older generation who already know what you come with, we gonna tune the fuck in.
Yeah, as soon as them tickets gonna sell, we gonna be there. But I'm just saying, these new motherfuckers, they ain't gonna be there, man. I was in class. I substitute teach, and I was in this class, and this kid gonna ask me. He was like, "Was Biggie and Tupac really as big as everybody was talking about?" And I was just like, "What?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I would have choked this little man.
He was like, "Think about it." He was like, "They died at 25. Like, how big could they really be?" And then they beef wasn't even real beef. Like the beef that they have, like they was like the beef that people have now, they getting killed over. And I was just like, "Are you listening to yourself?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
They died over the beef. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, this was the first real rap beef. Like, the rap beef wasn't even like just between them two. It became a East Coast, West Coast thing.
Exactly.
Nigga, not South and North, nigga. You remember the South and North used to fight? Now the East and the West is fighting, bro.
Exactly.
Like, this was bigger than just rap at that point in time.
Like what could be more real? These motherfuckers got 2 different sides of the country beefing with each other.
But in these kids' mind, they don't respect the Tupacs and the Biggies or the whoever else, the Cypress Hills and the Wu-Tang Clan.
It's all about Moneybag Yo.
Yeah, Moneybag Yo. Yo, it's about NBA YoungBoy. Never been broke again. What the fuck?
You 18. You ain't never been broke. Nigga, your mama been taking care of your
ass. Never been broke again. What?
Fuck you know about broke. You never had you had an apartment, nigga. God damn.
Oh man, it's just like, what is you talking about, man? But that's the generation. Like they not. You know, it's not a bad thing because we all change our generations. You know what I mean? But this new generation, I know our older generation used to say that shit too. This new generation, all this hippity hop hop.
Oh man, yeah, they clowners. They clowners. That's why I pay homage to them and I talk about this new generation. But let me bring this up. All right. I didn't watch the BET Awards. I saw some clips.
I didn't watch that shit either.
I saw some clips. Did you see Lil' Kim? Mm-hmm. Did you see anything that had to do with Lil' Kim this past week?
I didn't watch it, but I've been hearing Lil' Kim memes and shit like that. What's going on with it?
Lil' Kim really has changed her whole appearance.
Again?
Yeah, man, the only way to fucking compare it, the only comparison is like Michael Jackson's. Like Lil' Kim looks nothing like Lil' Kim did 20 years ago.
Right.
She is like really white. Like her face is like real plastic. And it's like, I don't understand why people do that. Like, and I made a lot of jokes and a lot of people were angry at me on social media because it's just like, it's so different. You never expect, like, we didn't expect Michael Jackson to do that shit. It just became his normal because this nigga kept cranking out dope ass music.
Right.
But it's like now Lil' Kim is like unrecognizable. It's like she is just so far away from what she used to be. It's like people say Nicki Minaj changed herself. Lil' Kim took this shit up. She cranked it up like 10 notches. And you don't recognize it.
Right.
And like people defend that. It's like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I don't think there's no level of money I can get to where I want to play. Like Lil' Kim could not dig in her nose right now if she wanted to. She got these little ass nose holes.
Right.
It's like she would have to use fucking tweezers to get a booger out. It's like people accept that shit. It's like,
no, they don't. They don't accept it. It's just like one of those things in show business where if you know, like they see that she got a little shine, you know what I mean? Yeah. And now, you know, some people, I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm not saying, because I don't want to ruin our viewership or nothing.
Yeah. Well, because they sensitive about it.
Yeah, but I am saying like sometimes people put you in the limelight just to talk about you. Like, you see like ugly people sometimes, or you know, like some people that went viral and shit.
Motherfuckers ugly.
They're like JJ Ice Fish dude. Like,
oh my God.
Like nobody's laughing with him. They're laughing at him.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like not saying he's big or, you know, broke or nothing like that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying like as a Lil' Kim, like the more that she puts this shit in her face, the more we looking at like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
We wanted to see the drama. We want to see why the fuck she did that shit. Like if Lil' Kim came out with a reality show with just her and her life and her lifestyle, we'll be watching that shit like, why the fuck did she get plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is her face looking like that? Why did she do this? Why did she that? And then we look into it, you know what I mean? We may find out some things. But that's what TV gives us. Look at the Kardashians.
Oh my God.
Them motherfuckers grow up pale as hell.
Yeah.
Flat booty, no titties. Like gothic looking. That's how they look like when they kids.
Look at them now.
Nigga.
Bro.
Like look at them. Like you looking at them like, damn, like if I had a baby with them, I know my baby gonna be pretty. No, nigga.
No, it's gonna come out looking like the old motherfucker. You're gonna have to fix your baby up.
Right, you gotta fix your baby up. As soon as that little one had got older, the one that's a billionaire now, like as soon as that little one, Kylie, soon as she got older, they threw some titties on that bitch. They threw some ass on her.
Threw the Kardashian
They
kid.
threw the Kardashian kid on her, and now she just flaunting around like she been bad since birth. Like, nah. You getting shit removed and added and plus more and taken away and injections here, injections there.
The crazy part about it, when they get to an age where they're like 40 and shit, that shit ain't gonna look good no more. Lil' Kim's booty, like you see some shots, it may look decent, but that shit gotta look bad when she take her fucking pants off. And Kanye's loving it.
Yeah, I don't understand, man.
Kanye's weird too, though.
Yeah,
Kanye is going through some things. I want to pray for my brother. If I ever make it to that level, I want to have a conversation with him.
You know what? I don't want to have a conversation with Kanye West. Not the new one. I would love to pick his brain back in the day. You know what? I may still want to pick his brain about music and stuff like that. But Kanye West, besides that, you know what I mean? Like when you start to when you got so much shit in your head, you start to put things in different places in your head.
Yeah.
And you start to try to rationalize shit that, try to make sense to you, which I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I always try to rationalize shit. Like, today, I made a post and I was just talking about, like, like we as church people or black people, we be praising the hell out of church, man. Like, we be dancing, throwing stuff, running around, screaming, falling out.
We do clown up in the church.
We do a whole lot. And then we go back home to our mediocre or poor life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to compare white people to black people, but, even on the other side, like majority of the white people you see, like if you go to a white person church, right, it's usually like for instance, you see that big ass church, it's like the Life Center or something like that. It's like everywhere. It's like one over in Leawood. It's like a mega church there, and they got like different ones everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. And it's majority white people that go to these churches. And I don't know if it's an hour or 2 hours or whatever.
Like 15 minutes.
Right. But you can see like these churches are like building, you know what I mean? They big ass churches. Not saying all churches, no, all black churches are not big or whatever like that. But we sitting up there still worried about the goddamn building fund.
Yeah, exactly. I saw, before I forget this, it was a black church. I think it was in North Carolina. And they paid off like 400 people's like medical bills. Like $7.8 million. I wish I'd have researched. I read the story, but it's like I remember every detail, but I was like, that's dope. Like, that's what I look forward to. If you got a huge ass church, like we both got different opinions. I don't think you should just, like, it ain't your job to help everybody. When somebody's in need, but they did step up and volunteer and, like,
that was dope.
Took care of 400 people's medical bills. I don't know what the fuck conditions they had, because $7.8 million is a lot of fucking money.
But $7.8 million ain't really a lot of money. Like, when you in the aspect of, if you have a mega church and everybody got medical expenses, that shit. Yeah. Some people got cancer, bro.
Well, yeah.
That shit add the fuck up. I think I don't know what they did, but I'm pretty sure they did it in the aspect of, all right, we paying this much, off. You know what I mean? Because, we want to make sure everybody can get a certain amount of money.
You're going to get your payments caught up.
Yeah, we'll probably get your payments caught up.
You're going to get you current, then y'all, you know what I mean? You got to do what you do.
Right. And then I don't even know if they actually, like, that's kind of hard to make, like with a mega church, maybe everybody had to bring in their medical copies and shit like that and then get them paid off. That'd have been dope. But they just handing out checks because they like, like, oh, this is what's due. Oh, well, here,
Yeah. I'm sure it was some kind of process, but I still think it was dope just to gesture y'all doing it, because they didn't have to.
They didn't have to do it at all.
You know what I mean? Churches, like, it's not their job to save everybody, so you couldn't really talk shit about them if they didn't pay your medical bills, because I've never heard that. But it was dope that they did.
Yeah, that is dope. I think sometimes churches get a bad rap because people don't understand that they are a business. Like, think about Forever 21. Like, Forever 21 is going out of business. They're going bankrupt. And you're thinking like, damn, how you going to go bankrupt? Like, like you a $1 billion company or $1 million company. I don't know. But you like, how you going to go fucking bankrupt though, right? And it's like, ain't nobody buying our shit.
Exactly.
And it's like the church. It's kind of like, if we don't got the people in there paying their offering, the church is going to fail.
Especially if you expand to a mega church, because now you have to keep that motherfucker afloat.
Yeah, especially if you're in a mega church. That shit don't make no sense.
I've never been to a mega church, but I'll tell you this. I do want to go in one.
I went to Pastor T.D. Jake's church, and it was huge.
Damn, where is that again? It's
Dallas,
in Texas, right?
Dallas. Okay. Well, it may be outside of Dallas, but I think the Dallas metro area. But yeah, hella big church. Like like we went to church and it was like in the old building. Yeah. And that church was kind of big, and I was like, what the church? So where's the new building? And they escort you over to the new building. He was like, oh, okay.
God damn.
About a couple more 100,000 people in here.
Shit.
Nah.
And how did they act? Like you said, the way we get down, get the Holy Ghost, do some flips and shit like that.
Even worse.
How do they act with 100,000 people in that motherfucker?
It's worse there because I think what way do they do it is, of course, 100,000 people ain't running around, but you got the people in the front that's doing all the running and shit. You know what I mean? So you got the choir going up, and then they usually, because the front. If you ever see a church thing online or whatever, they be posting those clips. If you ever see one of those clips, you always see the people in the front getting the Holy Ghost. Of course, the people in the back, they just showing the people in the back in their seats, praising God. But the people in the front, I went there one time, they was running back and forth. This is what made me mad. like the pastor, his whole sermon was about kind of like don't punk out or don't step back or something like that. But it was all about money. You know what I mean? Like you knew you didn't know where he was going at the end. But at the end, you was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because then, you wrap people into a slogan or a saying or a phrase, and then people was like, oh, I gotta give because I can't punk out. You know what I mean? It's like, don't punk out on God. Don't punk out. You've been punking out your whole life. Damn. Punking out on your kids, punking out on your job, punking out on your payments. And you like, nah, God didn't make you no punk. God made you a real man. A real man gonna step up and take care of his kids. Go to work, put food on the table. And you like, hell yeah, like I'm a real man. Yeah. I'm a real man. Yeah. And then he's like, you know what I want to do today? Who got $5,000 right now? Who got $5,000 right now?
I ain't no punk. I got 10.
Yeah, that's what they said. I got 10,000. You ain't no punk, brother. How much you got, brother? I got another 11,000. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no sissies in here.
God damn it.
Now they done raised $1 million off your ass.
Good sermon, Pastor.
Yeah.
I'm broke as hell, boy. You showed out.
And that's the only thing that made me mad because I looked at my dad. He was like, I ain't no punk. I'm giving 800. Whoa, brother.
Hold on, nigga.
We broke.
I just asked you for $40 yesterday.
Nah, we ain't giving no $800. You gonna tell you what to do with my money? No. Because I was like, watch what they do with that money. You don't know where your money's going. He was like, it's going towards the ministry. I said, I want to be looking at my pops like, nigga, do you see this ministry? And do you see yours?
This big ass ministry? What about our ministry?
Yeah.
What the hell?
We came here to help our ministry. Sometimes you got to sow a seed. The seed has already been sold, man. And then this is what made me mad, right? It wasn't even Pastor Jake's preaching. I was at a man conference that was at this church, right? And he was just, he was in the pulpit. It just wasn't his turn to preach, or his day to preach. And they collected like some crazy about like $1.2 million or something like that. And they was like, I know what we want to do with this money.
What?
We want to give it to Pastor T.D. Jakes.
God damn.
He didn't get paid to do this. He did this at the kindness of his heart. He was like, now we're gonna get this, and he's like, we're gonna sow this suit into you. Don't bring it to the church. Don't give it to your friend. You use that money for whatever you want to use it for. Your people is blessing you today, right? And I was just like, what the fuck? Like $1.2 million? Does he really need $1.2 million? Or the people that just gave their money to him need it back? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, could you think about, like you just said, they just paid off $7.1 million of they debt. You know what I mean? $1.2 million, giving it back to everybody that was in that audience, you could have came up with like $500.
Yeah.
That could have went a long way.
It could have went a long way. And T.D. Jakes is already rich.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the black churches, bro. It's kind of like I don't know what the white churches are doing for real, but I'm just saying, like, it seems
we're
like
gonna have to figure out what the white churches do.
We got to figure it out.
We're gonna have to sneak up and see what they got going on.
They end too fast. They're like, oh, niggas here.
You got to show up on time. I guess that's why they have a short service, so niggas won't come because we come late.
Yeah,
we like to get our church outfit on and come in about 30 minutes late so everybody can look back.
Right.
Everybody be looking back when you come in.
Yeah.
They just hear you.
Yeah, they can hear you, bro. Like when you.
Look at this nigga.
Yeah, who invited them? Let y'all say something to them. They gonna sit with us? No.
Look around. How they know we was having church today? Yeah. It's Sunday, motherfucker.
Who? Look, somebody go greet them at the door. That's what they write church. Hey, are you at the right church? Like, yeah, my buddy, he told me about this in HR. HR? What's his name? Bob? Time. Oh, Bob. Yeah. What you want to do? We're gonna sit you back here. Bob is in the front. They're like, but it's seats up there. No, we're gonna sit you right here. This is our visitor section.
You be walking up and the usher just cuts you off with that arm. Like, no, you gotta go here. We know you
see your driver's license, please. Driver's license. What? Oh yeah, we're a church. We want to be protective here at church. Did you check everybody else's driver's license? Everybody else are members.
Oh my God,
you're the only non-member here.
I gotta ask you another question. You remember that viral story? It was started with a viral picture. It had this guy. He was dealing with twins and he had them both pregnant.
Oh yeah, it was like at a baby shower or something. It was a long time ago.
It might have
the black dude.
1 or 2 years.
Hood rat shit.
Yes,
yeah,
it was definitely some hood rat shit.
Yeah.
It was this guy that got these two, and now they got their babies. Now he got a son and a daughter. And now they starting a reality show with it.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Now he came with the most super ghetto shit.
Damn.
And now we starting a reality show. I just want to ask you this, because you know how hard it is when you dedicate yourself to one woman. It's like women have needs, and those women turn into different people when you get in a relationship with them. Now you care about this, you care about that. Could you handle like 2 women Not just two women. They both pregnant. They're both the mothers of your kids. Like, could you do that?
Man, I don't think anything's impossible, man. I think it's just really just about dedication. Because think about with one, though. Like, just with one.
One has got to be hard.
Yeah, one is already hard, so two makes it harder. But if one is easy and two is easy, why not? You know what I mean? Like, if it don't cause you no drama, it don't cause you no stress, and everybody's open and they all on the same page, that's a thing. Like, you can start a business. You can't start a business with just one person.
Yeah, you're right.
You gotta branch out to other people, get other people involved, and they gotta trust what you're saying. Yeah. So, like, I mean, like, if those women can trust what he's saying and trust what he does, and he vice versa can trust them, then we can be in a good situation. But if it's on some hood shit and we just doing this off of some clout, like, oh, we in this now, we might as well fucking make this work. You know, that shit don't usually work. But if you kind of like going in into being like, hey, like, this is who I am. Yeah. Like, I can't just see myself just being with you, and I can't see myself just being with you either. Like, either we can try to work on this friendship first and then be all together in a relationship, or I'm just gonna keep fucking both of y'all on the side, or I'm gonna get some new bitches. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, and you know, and that's a thing, like, because I think polygamy could be a really good thing for a lot of people, because especially for black people. I don't know, man. I don't know the history of polygamy, so don't stone me or anything like that. I don't know. I know some people throw back in slavery, like they did polygamy back in slavery on some dumb shit, but on some racism shit. But I don't know, man. Like, I be feeling like sometimes I be feeling like this person on the left is not giving everything that you want out of a person, and then this person on the right got the other half that they're giving that you probably missing. And sometimes it's hard to choose between two or three or whatever, right? And then sometimes it's kind of like, okay, you depend on me, you know what I mean, to be there for you financially, and you also depend on me to be there for you mentally. And on the other side, it's like, you want me to be here because I'm also here for you mentally and financially as well. And then on the vice versa, you here, you're watching the kids, you being a good home mother, and then over here, you a good working person. Why can't we just network that shit if we just stay this bond in our circle? You know what I mean? Yeah. I think people, where it go wrong at is the outside. Yeah. Have you ever seen Colts, nigga? The Colts, not the football team.
I'm about to say, I seen them. They beat us last week.
They did beat y'all last week. But like the Colts, CULTS. Right?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I got you.
Like, you can't break up a goddamn coat. Like, I mean, the coat is not going to break up themselves from the inside. It's going to start breaking out from the outside. Yeah. It's going to be whatever from the outside is breaking up on the inside. Like, and that's how it always happens. If we in this secluded ass place and nobody is in our business, and the only thing that goes around here is what we discuss. You know what I mean? But when you start putting other people into the shit, and you got outsiders coming in, asking questions and poking at it and saying, why the fuck would you had this like this, or why the fuck y'all following this man? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Then it's like you get these doubts in your mind, and they could be good doubts or bad doubts, you know, whatever. But if we all on the same page, I don't see a problem with it.
That's the thing I was saying about this, because this situation, not only is it two women, these are sisters. Not just sisters, they're twin sisters.
Word.
So everybody is going to have an opinion on this shit, like, for the rest of their lives if they make it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
probably too much.
Yeah, because then you could, all right, as a young man, you start thinking about that shit. We all got our fantasies and shit, and we try to get into a situation. Some situations that we know we shouldn't get on, that's what makes it more exciting.
Right.
You get in, and now, like, 3 or 4 years later, it's like, okay, well, these women are kind of weird. These motherfuckers were born. They were in the same womb for 9 months, and they came out and they see no problem with having sex with the same man, having babies by the same man. And now if you want to take it to another level, can you get married legally? Like, can you marry two women legally in America? Like, I don't even know if you could do that. It's like, man, it would just be so hard for me, because I know with one woman, once you get to the level, like, if you could deal with multiple women if you not, like, if your feelings are in check. Once your feelings get into it, it's like, okay, well, now you love this woman. And I guess another question I want to ask, that's the biggest one. Can you love two women equally? Not just a little bit of love. You know what I mean? Like, can you be in love with two women? Like, is that even possible? I'm in love with both of y'all.
I think you'd be in love with two people. I just think that you would love them in different ways. And I don't think it's unequal, but I think it's just in different ways. Like, you can love one in a way where you would drop anything and run, you know, from any drop of a dime because they need you. You know what I mean? You are holding them up. Like, so if they were like, oh, I'm going through depression and I'm thinking about killing myself, you will run and go rescue them, right? While the other one is mentally sane and they're like, oh, like I'm doing depression, you know, like, all right, read a book, you'll be all right. You know what I mean? But if that same woman, if she like
TD Jakes, I'll be back.
If that same woman was like, I don't know, you know, I ain't got my rent pay, I don't know, I got you. Like I'm coming over there and getting you. Now the one over here, I probably won't pay her rent because she wouldn't pay that shit back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I know like you over here, you I mean like even if you don't pay it back, I know you'll get it back at me in a different type of way. I know you good for making sure financially I'm good too. You know what I mean? And I think you can just love people in different ways and different aspects. I don't think it would be the same. And I think some people get jealous because it's not the same. You know what I mean? You can be in love with two people.
That's a good point.
And then they like, why you do that for her? You don't do that for me. It's like, I'm just loving her differently than I'm loving you. Like it probably won't never be the same. I mean, I'm pretty sure you went through relationships and you was like, I've been through relationships and I've been like, I did some stupid ass shit with this one. But I ain't about to do that stupid ass shit with you.
Exactly.
Like you better than her. Like I'm not about to be playing these type of games with you that I was playing with her.
Yeah.
That don't mean I love her any less. It's just that over here I was being stupid and over here I'm not gonna be stupid. And it's kind of like as you love people, you grow up and you like, I love in different ways now. Like you love Tasha differently now. Like you can't love her like you love your exes. And that don't mean that you take that, like not saying that you didn't love your exes. You know what I mean?
My old love wasn't shit.
Yeah, see, that's exactly.
My old love wasn't shit.
I felt like my last relationship was like a real actual love. Like I was really in love, you know, with this woman. And I think my marriage though, I was in love with this woman, but I was in love with her in a different type of manner. You know what I mean? Like I would never go back to that type of love again. So I think you can love people, but it be on two different levels. And it sucks because, you know, you may be thinking like, damn, like I love this man, but he treating me like he don't love me back, or no, he don't treat me like he treating me like her love is greater than my love. You know what I mean? But it ain't no difference. I'm just doing it differently. Like I like going out with her. You know what I mean? And I said I don't like going out with you, but every time I go out with you, I got to pay.
Yeah.
Like I still love hanging out with you and vibing with you and smoking and chilling and drinking and partying or whatever.
Exactly.
But then I go out with her and we going on trips and shit. You know what I mean? Like she on a whole different level, which is cool, but I don't love you no less.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's
like, and I don't love her no more. You know what I mean? Like I don't smoke and vibe and all the other shit with her like that, you know what I mean? But we enjoy going on our trips together. We enjoy, you know, our moments when we can, when we not busy, you know what I mean? And I think I would love for something like that to happen. I would love for me to be in a particular place where I don't want to be no ruler. I don't want to be no person that has to dictate rules and shit like that. I just want to vibe with who I'm vibing with, and I don't want to have to pick and choose, you know, like this way or other way, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, you know, as a man, then sometimes you feel like, all right, I'm in this relationship with this girl and her body ain't as much as what I want it to be or something like that. And I know that shit sounds bad, but that's why niggas cheat.
Sounds a little vain.
Yeah, but that's why niggas cheat sometimes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you like a person for their personality or, you know, the good head on their shoulders and shit, but you're like, damn, like she don't really got no big titties. She got a fat ass, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, every once in a while I would like a fat ass, you know what I mean?
That's why I think, and even though like I wouldn't search just for women just for like their physical qualities. Like it got to be something else with it too. Right. Because just like you said, we was talking about earlier in the show, you meet a woman and she looks good, her appearance is the way you like it, and then her attitude ain't shit. Right. So you know, I think a lot of men and women too, y'all, we'll mess up chasing something else, and it's not like what we got at home. It's like, okay, her fucking butt is 4 inches bigger, but her attitude ain't shit. She don't care about you. She wouldn't be there for you when you need it and all that shit. I think, like, you got to make more adult decisions now. Because when it comes to Tasha, like, this shit, I'll tell you what. My last relationship, with some of y'all that have been listening to the show a long time, like, I got fucked off in my last relationship. This motherfucker was just like a scheming, conniving, deceitful person.
All of that?
All of it. Damn. And it was like, it didn't really all come out. I was, you know, I've always been a gambler as far as like advancing my life. So I was doing what I wanted to do, party, promoting, stuff like that. And stuff was going good for a while. But as soon as those dollars slowed down a little bit, then the person that she was all along, because I found out that was the person she was all along, then that person came out like basically, okay, well now I'm just going to try to push your ass away. Like what I was in it for was different than what you were in it for. And yes, so basically I didn't say my heart got broken because it was like, I should have left before I left, so I already knew what it was. So it's hard to get your heart broke when you already see what's going on and all that shit. And when they finally say, "Okay, well, I'm done," it's like, "Well, okay, I saw it coming." You know what I mean? Well, I saw that coming, so you know what I mean. I should have left a long time ago, but I didn't let that damage me. A lot of people let prior relationships damage them, then they come in and poison the next one. Mm-hmm. So I didn't bring any of that bullshit from the last one because I was like, okay, this woman I know is a good woman. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna bring in these insecurities and scared to get my heart broken, all that shit. I think, like when people say you should take some time, I think you should. Yeah. Like I took some time to get myself together. Like if you already together, and
that's
shit,
what I'm saying. Like women don't like that shit. Women don't understand. Like you got to take some time to get you together. Yeah. Like I can't be like you said. You can't be good to nobody else until you get yourself together.
Exactly. Yeah. I was all the way fucked up on my fucking back when I left her. Well, when she left my ass, you know what I mean, she drugged me outside and locked the door. So when she did that, it was like, okay, would you still feel the same way now if you were okay? And I wouldn't have. Like, I don't even think the relationship would have lasted that long if I was just self-sufficient and I was more empowered within myself. It wouldn't have fucking even hurt. It probably wouldn't even last this long. Yep. So I came into this situation 100% me, and she was already 100% her. And I think that's the only way it could work. If you depended in any way on another person, don't get me wrong, I've seen things work because some people are that fucking, they got that in them where, okay, well, I see her or his weaknesses. I'm going to help with that. We're going to build something strong. But not everybody is patient enough to say, okay, I'm going to fucking build you up, finish building me up. That takes a lot. As a matter of fact, it takes a lot, and not everybody is fucking capable of doing it. So I would rather just come in. I got myself together. Yeah. I knew her, but it was like I told her, I'm not going back to what I just left. Yeah. So just give me a little bit. Let me get my shit together. And she waited. So that's why I was like, you know what? You the one.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell people that all the time. Like sometimes a nigga, you know, like a good dude, like he ain't gonna want to. He don't want to depend on nobody. You know what I mean? Like a good dude that want to be on his own feet. He don't want to depend on staying at the girl house or driving her car or trying to be a man, and you lose your power if you don't if you ain't got your shit together, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you choosing women based off of how you can depend on them until you can choose somebody that like, because you just want to be happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's two different things. It's like, I be hearing some of my homeboys, not my homeboys, some people I hear like dudes, they just be like, and she got money. Like, nigga, and you got money. Like, I don't understand why is that important? Yeah, it's kind of like you trying to get money out of her, which is a young man's game. You know what I mean? But when you got your own shit, nobody can't buy you, bro. Mm-hmm. And that's what women try to do. I remember I was dating this chick, and she had bought me this cardigan, right? And I was like, don't buy me shit because we're not together, and blah, blah, blah. I go over her house one time, 2 cardigans just sitting there. And I'm looking like, damn, there's some nice-ass cardigans, nigga.
Damn, baby.
I was like, nah, I can't accept these cardigans. She was like, boy, shut up. Like, this ain't nothing like that. Just take the cardigans. I seen you trying to get your style back. Take the cardigans. I'm trying to put you in the game, right? I'm like, all right, fuck it. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to put a nigga back in the game. And I was like, well, how much are they? I give you the money for it. She was like, she took the receipt, threw it in the trash, right? Mm-hmm. She said, don't even worry about it. It ain't shit, right? I go out one night and I got that fly ass cardigan on. And I meet my ex girlfriend. Now, she wasn't my ex at the time. It was
putting bitches in my cardigan.
Yeah, so we take a little picture or whatever in the cardigan or whatever. Being funny or whatever. Next thing I know. Yeah. Oh, so now you got bitches and blah, 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 all up in the cardigan I bought you, and like this niggas ain't blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you didn't give me the cardigans back or give me my money back. I was like, bitch, this ain't shit. Like, you want your money, like, how much was it? She like, $40. I'm like, fuck it, here, $40. Right? We meet up, get her $40, and she just drives the fuck off all extra mad. And I'm looking like, I told you.
Over some cardigan.
Right, and that's the thing, like, when, like the nigga that don't have no money or don't, whatever, like he would let that girl control him because he know, like you said, like you had to sleep on the couch. You know what I mean? Like you let somebody control you when you ain't got your own shit, and you can't. Like now you got your own shit. Now nobody can control you. That old lady come back talking about you want to sleep on the couch. Like nah, I'm cool. I got my own couch now.
Well, I could have slept in the bed, but like I said, I would have had to give it up.
Damn,
you know what
bro.
I mean?
I can't believe you didn't sleep in the bed.
I was
bro.
Well, I did, but only when she didn't sleep in it. Because she didn't really sleep in that motherfucker a lot. She had like a TV room and she would sleep back there.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she had a dope ass like room with like this huge TV, big comfortable couch, and so she just fucking slept back there. No, I didn't get in that bed though. But man, this is a weird time when it comes to females and shit. Like, first of all, I'm 42 years old, so I remember women when they didn't. First of all, women never have to say, I got money.
Right.
Women are attractive. We chase women. The way the world is set up, we want them. These are the motherfuckers. We hunting their ass, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got these women on Facebook and social media and in real life were like, okay, well, let me impress these niggas. And I think something went wrong. If we were the fucking sex that were always being pursued, it's like you don't have to add anything to it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to want you more because you have money. It's like now it's a lot of turnoffs now because you think I'm going to want you because of your money. When men have been wanting y'all for hundreds since the beginning of time just for who y'all are.
Right.
Some of it may be animalistic, you know what I mean, sexual desires and stuff like that. But like when you throw money into the pot, I think women like that, like I don't understand them, and it kind of throws me off because it's like you just throwing something extra in there, and it's like there's just no reason for it.
Yeah. Like
I'm not gonna want you more because you say I make my own money and I pay my own bills. Like you're supposed to, you know what I mean? It's like who's supposed to be doing that shit?
Exactly.
I never, man. I don't know. It's so complicated.
It's like, what do you give? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you got what you're supposed to have, but where do I fall in that? Like, what do I get out of you?
Exactly.
And I don't want the money. I don't want your crib. I don't want all of that. And I just don't want the conversation. Mm-hmm. I need to know, where the fuck are we building towards? Like, do you know how to build?
Exactly.
Do you know how to communicate what you want and what you need? Do you know how to make a plan to get us there? Mm-hmm. Like, do you know how to listen? Mm-hmm. Do you know how to give feedback? Do you know how to manage your money?
Brother.
Like, these are all the things that I feel like I still need to know, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But relationship just ain't based off of just feelings no more, man. It got to be based off a lot more. Like, you get hurt too much to just be basing relationships off of feelings no more.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
It's like, damn, like, are we going to be tripping? You know, like, we're going to go on trips, we're going to go on vacations, are you going to be able to have my back? I remember you had said, like, Tasha, show up at places where your people's at that you can't get to. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, like, can you get to the places where I can't get to?
Exactly.
Like, I'm at work. Like, can you go by my mama's house and, make sure my presence is felt? Like,
exactly.
That's some deep ass shit, bro.
Bro,
like, do my family like you enough for you to show up by yourself over there? Like, I need to know what you bring, you know what I mean? And like, even with dudes, like, you can't just bring financial no more. Like, what else do you bring? Can you help her out when she not feeling so beautiful?
Exactly.
Are you able to understand her when she can't communicate well to you about how she feels? You know what I mean? Can you surprise her with shit that that she likes that she can't get herself, or she don't want to get herself? You know what I mean? Like, this is a lot of shit that I feel like people need to come with, like, and it just I don't know, relationships is just what it is. That's why people break up all the time, because it's just one-sided most of the time.
And you have to do so much to not break up. That's why I told Tasha, I was like, look, this is gonna be my, and she said the same thing, like, dude, we both over 40. We want something that's gonna last. Like,
right.
I did get corny after I was involved with it.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's like, okay, I want some forever shit now. And I never thought that way. Like, we sit and talk about, okay, you know what I mean? When we 70 years old, I want to be with you. I want to know, like, I sit and say little things because she got this personality, like, right now, with, like, she's like an older woman. Mm-hmm. She got this older, like a grandma aura I tease her about. But it's like, I want to be with you when we're 70 years old. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whatever comes with that, I'm ready for that. And we talk about stuff like that. It's like, you got to really listen to. You got to listen to women. Like I tell her, like, at first, like, and this is some crazy stuff I'm about to say, because it's like a lot of our friends feel like, okay, well, they kind of think it's my fault. Like, oh, Ron just kind of separated himself from everybody and shit. I was like, you know what? I want to take the time to get to know her, because I realized one day like, we didn't really know everything about each other.
I remember you had said that.
And it's like, bro, if you don't do that shit when you're in a relationship, you fucking have to back up and, like, y'all just take y'all time. The free time y'all got, y'all could be working on y'all.
Yeah.
It's cool to go out and have fun and play cards, have space nights and shit, but when you don't see each other all the time and you always splitting your time with somebody else, then that shit is going to linger and linger and linger.
Dude, the biggest thing is spending time, bro. And, like, people don't understand what spending time actually is. And it's just not just sitting here just talking all day. Sometimes it's spending time, like, going to go do an activity, go on a date. Like, I need to know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? Like you go out by yourself and you're a whole different person. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to know that person. I want to know.
Exactly.
I don't want to get just this version of you. You know what I mean? I want to know, like, do you kick it like this? Mm-hmm. You know, like, can I trust you while you kicking it like this?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, like, if I'm around your family, how you act. I want to know you. I want to go out of town. I want to take a road trip. I want to be on the road and see, like, what the fuck are we going to talk about while we on the road? Like, what we going to do while we on this road? Mm-hmm. Like, what we going to do while we on this trip? Like, if I told you, like, plan a trip, are you going to be able to plan the things that I like?
Exactly. That's
like,
why you got to listen.
Know me? You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what? That's the greatest fucking question you can ask the person you with. Do you know me?
Right.
Tell me something about me I haven't told you. Because they should be listening.
Yeah.
If you've been together 2-3 years and the motherfucker can't tell you, like, remember little details that you talked about, like when you was talking about giving them a gift and they got to be this huge little shit.
Nope.
She could say something about her grandmother used to. Me and my grandma used to love these little butterfly statues or something. She had them all over, and it broke my heart when she lost them. And she said it 3 years ago. You won't even remember the shit.
Yeah.
You show up with a goddamn butterfly, that motherfucker gonna be excited.
That's gonna be a lot more excited.
That motherfucker better than a goddamn steak dinner from Longhorn.
Yeah, right now.
Where's close?
That's close, man. You're going too far now. You throw in.
All right. I got a little bit too excited.
Lemonade in there, and then this is done deal. I don't know about no goddamn statues of butterflies.
That little porcelain statue meant something to her. That was her childhood.
True. That's true, man. And that's the thing, man. People like listening, going out, having fun. I think my last relationship why it didn't work is we stopped dating each other. It was just like we just came conducive to being at home all the fucking time. It wasn't like so worried about why we can't find no babysitter. It was kind of like we need to try harder to find a babysitter. We need to try harder to plan it. We need to plan shit and go out and do shit. But when you stop dating, because we always growing. So when you stop dating, you also stopping the conversation about growth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, damn, like for instance, like say that when we first started dating, like we would just go to McDonald's and Burger King and shit like that. Now I got a little bread in my pocket. I'm going out to Longhorns, but I ain't taking your ass. You know what I mean? It's like you see the growth, but I ain't growing with you.
Exactly.
And I need you to grow with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I need you to be able to act a certain way when we out to these places that are not McDonald's anymore. Mm-hmm. I need to know you. You know what I mean? I need to continuously get to know you.
Exactly.
Because let's say that you get into a business and you like, oh, I got a whole bunch of work parties I have to go to, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I want you to go with me. And I'm sitting there in the work party just sitting there mad the whole fucking time because you got this work party going on and these are your people. But I don't know how to act around them because you don't put me around them.
Exactly.
Like we growing separately now. Like you growing over here in this area and you talking in your white voice. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking like, where the fuck did she get a white voice?
What the fuck is this?
We ain't been hanging out enough. You know what I mean? I need to know why you got this white voice. Like what am I supposed to act when I'm around this environment? Mm-hmm. Don't give me like this small little speech when we pulling up. Like
exactly.
Like I need to start.
This want to give you instructions.
Yeah.
This is how you act. Don't say nothing. Just smile. And this is what I learned from old relationships. Before we get off of this and get on our last topic, this is what I learned from old relationships as opposed to the one I'm in now. Mm-hmm. You know when a person really loves you. You know when a person wants to be involved with you. Like, let's just say, like when I talk to my girl at work now, like I used to deal with women and I really didn't care. I didn't really think about it. But like a lot of people didn't even. Have you ever your girl introduced you to somebody like she see this motherfucker every day, and that motherfucker was like, shit, I didn't know you had a boyfriend.
Right.
It's like, that shit ain't cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the woman that talks about, because I talk about, as you can see, I talk about it on this damn show. I talk about it at work. Like, motherfucker asks, hey, how your girl doing? They ain't never fucking, well, some of them have.
Yeah.
They ain't never seen her.
Right.
I would talk to my girl on the phone, and she's just like if I call her and she's not on break or something, and she gets up from her desk and walk wherever she's fucking walking to, and motherfuckers is like, you know what I mean? People are speaking and shit. Oh, I'm talking to my fiance. Or I remember one time she said, I'm talking to my boyfriend. That's your fiance. How many times have I told you? So you know that this person is talking about you outside of work. It's like, when you get older, I think you just need more out of a relationship.
Yeah, you do.
It's more than just, okay, I'm having sex every day.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a girl I go to the movies with every once in a while. Like, you just need more, and I don't think people know how to give more. They just don't want to make themselves so vulnerable because you can't walk around this world scared of being hurt.
Yeah.
Put it out there. You're gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna tap dance on your fucking heart every once in a while.
Yeah.
But if you just walk around with this shield, then you're never gonna find a person to be with. They're gonna be these old people with no relation. Not saying that you need one, but some people do come off bitter because they by themselves.
Yeah, I think we all need somebody, and it may just be a cousin or a friend or whatever. But when you can have somebody that you also can meet your sexual needs and your intimacy levels, like that's big too. Like I feel like sex to me is like a stress relief. Like sometimes when after I have sex, I just feel like
right now.
I feel like I remember one time I had sex and the girl was like a day later she was like, "Damn, you happy as fuck." I was like, I feel relieved as fuck. Like, feel like I can run a mile now. You know what I mean? All this shit been holding me down. You know what I mean?
The pressure off.
Yeah, and then for you to be able to do that with somebody and trust that person too with it, I mean, like, that's hella dope, man. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people don't got that. I know a dude that's like damn near 40 and his girlfriend is like 25, and you know, like he looks young though. He look hella young, so they look like they the same age.
Yeah.
But if you knew him, then you'll know like he was a lot older than her. Mm-hmm. But you would never fucking tell the difference. But they go everywhere together, and they vibe very well together, and that's because they're around each other, talking, communicating, going places, doing shit, and it don't matter what age gap it is. It don't matter what level you're at. It's just about that building stage, and as long as they stay building, ain't nothing gonna break it down.
No, I think that's great. But one thing about that, like that works for a lot of people. But one thing that I'm like afraid of, I should say, that's the word. If I was single and I was to deal with like a 25-year-old or a 26-year-old, it's like only because I've been in those situations. Like a lot of them haven't been through what they should go through first.
Exactly.
And it's like sometimes they may get a little bit of, you know what I mean, curiosity. Okay, well, I haven't did this. I haven't dated this type of dude. You know what I mean?
It's
just
scary.
like, it's scary as fuck because your heart going to be broke because, of course, this motherfucker's like a trophy. This little tight 26-year-old motherfucker. And then all of a sudden she break your fucking heart because, it might not even be anything like real malicious trying to hurt you, but if she come to you and tell you, well, you know what, I jumped into this a little bit too early. I just want to kind of, and you know how men is, you just want to fuck other people. Yeah. But they have the right to say, okay, I want to explore a little bit. Yeah. I want to go through some things first. And then, you know what I mean, if it comes back.
Because you're young.
You're young.
You want to be young and dumb. But then there's some people that just be like, nah, like I know exactly what I want. And I want this shit. And I don't really care about nothing on the outside.
If you can find that person in a 26-year-old body, you are fucking, you done came up, nigga.
That's what I tell people. They shouldn't get married young. Like right now, where I'm at in life, I think a few more years from now, I think I'd be really ready for marriage, like on some real shit. Like I can give my all. I can have my life set up. I can know I'm building with somebody. But when you're in your 20s, it's kind of like you still trying to figure you out for real.
Yeah.
Like you really, I mean, like I don't think most people figure themselves out or start to figure themselves out until they get in their 30s.
Yeah.
Like, because there's a lot of fails and trying to get back on your feet, and a lot of fails and trying to get back on your feet, and then you finally get back on your feet, and then you just want to enjoy that shit for a little bit. But then you start to think like what you thinking, like nigga, like I'm serious about my relationships now. Like I'm serious about my life now. Like I'm on my feet. Like I ain't trying to none of that. Like when you're not on your feet, you do young and dumb shit, man.
You do young and dumb shit because you have to accept a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're not on your feet and you're in a relationship, like if you can't, like let's say if you can't afford to pay a car note, and it's just some ghetto shit.
True.
And her car note's behind, and she said I gotta borrow some money from my motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you can't fucking talk shit.
Exactly.
I had to call my ex and borrow $400. You know we still friends. What the fucking use? You can't pay the motherfucker.
You couldn't pay.
It's a lot of things that you gotta accept, and I've been through that. And some of that shit hurt, but it's
young
like
and
okay.
dumb.
All right, well, shit, you gonna fucking force her to not do it, and you can't pay it. Now you ain't got a car.
Now you ain't got no car.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of things you got to go for when you're not on the level that you should be as you. So before y'all get in a relationship, man, get yourself together. Don't worry about if they together, because once you get yourself, and if you love a person, that person loves you. Once they see you at a certain place,
right?
they'll rise to that. If they don't, then that ain't the one for you.
Exactly.
Last thing I'm going to say, I got to do this one more time this week. I got to praise Tyler Perry. Just give me a few minutes.
Tell me about Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry is a boss. Mm-hmm. Tyler Perry, Bill, we told y'all about this, and I've learned more since last week. Tyler Perry built Tyler Perry Studios, a 330-acre facility, and this is like bigger than like Disney, Warner Brothers, and it was one of the studios they compared like combined. Mm-hmm. The man has just so much. Like, okay, what was so dope? I wish we could have got invited, but we ain't nobody yet. They had the grand opening, big celebrities, Oprah, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and everybody on down. A fucking little Bow Wow. Bow Wow showed up, my hero. So this man has like a real life. The sets that are on this man's lot are fucking magnificent. He got a real church. Like, it's going to be, Tyler Perry in his movies, it's going to be used like a motherfucker. He had them all packed in that church, real church, his church. Had Shirley Caesar, the Clark sisters, and like he showed his ass. Like, I'm coming to my church. I just think it's so dope because it turns me into a big ass kid. Like, what if you own a facility like that? Like, you could take your family and drive in through these motherfuckers. These ain't sets where like you go behind it and there ain't nothing there.
Right.
These are like huge fucking. You got communities. Like, if you were driving through Manhattan or something, you came on this neighborhood, 3 or 4 blocks of brownstones and shit. He got some shit like that there. That's his shit. Damn. Like, if you want to live in these are not sets. These are actual fucking buildings. Like I said, the White House, a fucking church, a diner. Damn. Like, all of these.
A whole little city?
Bro, he has a city within the city of Atlanta.
Damn.
And I just think it's like the dopest shit ever. Of course, you got the sound stages where you shooting TV shows. You got this fucking, you know what I mean, how they had a living room and the bedroom and shit. You got all that shit too. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just so, like, all of these people, like Whoopi Goldberg
said. Is this new? Because I remember people saying he had his own studios.
He was building it for a while because it takes like, man, he's been building a lot of stuff on there for like, I'd say 3 or 4 years.
That makes sense.
Maybe even 5. But he had the grand opening, I guess, but he got so much room, he's buying up like all of this land, bro, and he could just expand it. And it's going to make him so much money because of smaller production companies. Like, you can't just go to Warner Brothers like, hey, can I shoot a movie with y'all shit? Exactly. They only fuck with the big production companies. Yeah. It's like he's just paving the way for so many people to walk through that fucking door. Like, people don't look at it like that. Like, young movie producers and film writers and all that shit, he's hiring these motherfuckers. Like, a lot of people. We know niggas. Niggas send their resume in, ain't got nothing. Hey, man, I can talk real good. You know what I mean? But it's still good that he's, like, just shining a light on black art, black entrepreneurs and stuff like that, bro. It's just so fucking dope. Yeah. I want to go there. When I was in Atlanta, I Googled tours, but they weren't offering tours because it wasn't officially open.
Oh, okay.
But now they go in there.
I've been thinking about booking me a trip to Atlanta before the year's up. Atlanta and New York is 2 places that I have never went to.
I've never been in New York, but I want to get back to Atlanta first because Atlanta, I love my people, bro. Atlanta is just so full of fucking black people just fucking being successful. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's more than just the Migos and gold teeth. It's like you ride. I was on the highway. This is how you notice. Like, you just notice things. Like, you know how you driving and shit. I'm in my car and you just see like, oh shit, look at that. Everybody knows the Ferraris and the Lambos and shit like that. You see one of those on the highway, you ride by and you're like, I wonder who gonna be in here. Just a regular nigga, that motherfucker. That's Poncho. There ain't nobody, but he's successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that shit is just so fucking inspiring. It's like, bro, you go here and people are just living these. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's a lot of people there still trying to make it. Everybody's striving to find their niche there because that's one of those places that we go to. It's like the Black Mecca right now. But there's a lot of people there just doing their thing. And I'm proud of them. I'm happy for their ass. And Tyler Perry, we need 24/7 security.
Hey, for real. For real.
I don't want nothing to happen to this man because he's going to cause so much. Like, those big movie studio owners are scared.
I think he's straight because he got the backing of Oprah, and that's a big deal. You seen that he all up on her own shit, and he's best friends with her, so.
Oh, my God.
When you got somebody like that with money, you can open a lot of doors open up for you.
A lot of doors open up, and he's opening a lot of doors for us. So, man, keep on doing what you're doing, writing, if it's shooting making small films, short films, stuff like that. You got an outlet. I'm sure it's going to be, like, pretty soon because one more thing they said is that he's going to build, like, a compound, like, on the outside of the studio and shit, like, for displaced women, kids, and stuff like that. So it's not just one of those things we just only in it for the money. Like, he's still helping people. And it's just like the coolest shit in the world because a lot of people get to that level and it's kind of like they forget where they came from and they don't want to help anybody and shit like that. So when you see shit like that, it kind of makes you
right.
You know what I mean? It kind of makes you go, okay, it's still good people out here. All right, so Bianca, I saw you just like our stat. So have fun on that topless beach. Don't hurt nobody because
don't hurt nobody with them things, girl.
Have fun. We'll talk to y'all. She'll be back. We're gonna ask her all about that trip. See if she got a tan. We're gonna see. You know, we're gonna see what's cracking. Yeah. Hey, I ain't say nothing.
We out.
Yeah.